Emory in dark, going right to left. Florida B in white, left to right. We'll have 4 7-minute quarters of regulation, if circumstances permit. And it is Emory with the rock. Going right to left. Ordinary foul on Florida B. And it will be possession Gators. Coached by the Larson couple, Tim and Katie. Ordinary foul. It's Florida B going left to right. We'll take the shot. And it will be possession for Emory. These teams have faced each other once earlier this season. That was back on February 2nd. Florida B eked down an 8-6 win over the Eagles. Inside of Emory 5, Florida. The shot is over the net. Goal throw for the Eagles. On the sidelines, you see 2 cones. The one closest to the end line is the 2-meter area, and the one that isn't is the 5-meter. Shot clock 35 seconds per possession. Emory 2 years ago was the runner-up in the Southeast Division. Actually defeated Florida A in the semifinals in 2017, 8-7, before losing in the division title game 13-4 to Central Florida A. No whistle there. Good take for the Gators of Gainesville, Florida. Going left to right and white. Looking for the game's first score. Florida B took it to Georgia Tech earlier, 18-1. UFB is 4-1 on the division slate in games that count. So 6-on-6 for under 10 seconds and under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Looks like an offensive foul here on Florida B. Possession Emory. Emory going right to left in the dark caps. Inside the Florida 5. A little bit too close for comfort. Nearly gave it back to the Eagles. This season won't be the first time Emory hosts a national championship tournament. In past years, did host a National Collegiate Club Championship. Now, feeds it for the hole. Good bat down there for the Eagles. Sorry, we do not have rosters available for each club, so please bear with us. Now, 4 minutes or so to go in the first quarter. No score. Emory with the near side now for the hole. Ordinary foul. Actually, 5-meter shot will be awarded to the Eagles. First opportunity to get on the board will be Emory. Puts it up. That is denied. Second effort. Oh, good find. Here's the finish off the post. You got to give credit to Emory for not giving up on the play. Yes, the Eagles missed the 5-meter free throw, but had options. Just couldn't bang it home. Now, halfway through this first quarter, we're still looking for a number to get changed on the scoreboard. Focus from the bottom part of our screen. Florida with it. Gators now at the top of the key. Left to right. Egg beater motion. Wow, look at that put down and save for Emory. Eagles this season 2-3. a 2-game win streak after starting division play 0-3. Now we are on the left side of your screen, just having some difficulty moving the camera. Here we go. Florida read it perfectly and took it away. The Gators get the bait. Going left to right in white. It's no score though. UFB with the ball. Now inside the Emory 5. And there might have been an offsides or an offensive foul. That seemed to be in no man's land. And it will be possession Emory and an exclusion. So a 20-second power play here for the Eagles. Whoa, a little unbalanced on the perimeter. We'll do some egg beater motions. Move ahead. Go from the wing. Even strength we are. We'll take a lob, and it is just wide right. Defenses are prevailing so far. We've already had one game decided by a goal today. Emory with a 5-4 win over Central Florida. About the Knights of UCF. 1-4 this season. 2 years ago was this division's champ at 11-0. Times have changed. Skipper! And it goes through. Florida on the board. And it's 1-0. Team in the Whitecaps, Florida B. Over the Emory Eagles. About a minute or so to go in the first period. We're sorry for any scoring inaccuracies. Florida B believed to be in the lead. Emory looking to counter. That's from long distance. Now from the wing. Dumps it off to avoid a shot clock violation. Let's see here. Florida B in games that counted this year have not given up more than 7. The lone loss that counted was 7-6 against Florida State on February 3rd. Did have a 10-3 exhibition loss to Florida Atlantic. FAU decided not to compete a whole slate this season. Now Emory looking for its first tally. Going right to left in dark. Trying to extend its win streak to 3 games. That's a hold. Looks like another 5-meter. Emory missed the first one earlier in this quarter. Trying to lock it down this time. And there's another denial. Emory just having trouble finding the bullseye so far. And that will do it. We have a good one so far here at Woodruff PE Center. After 1 quarter, it's the Florida B Gators with the 1-0 advantage over the host Emory Eagles as we go to quarter number 2. Score believed to be 1-0. We now headed to second quarter. Score believed to be 1-0. I think in favor of Florida. Florida B in white going left to right. And Emory in dark, right to left. We're sorry for any scoring inaccuracies. Florida B won by 2 in the first meeting this season. See if Emory can get one back. Sprint here is won by the Eagles, the host institution, going right to left in dark. As we start the second quarter, and that is picked off right arm of a Gator. Florida B, I believe, looking to extend the lead, if my eye is correct. Ordinary foul on Emory, a Division III program. The top of the key from long range. Now inside the Emory 5. Spins to the right, fires to the right, and it gets the nylon on the inside. Not an easy shot to take. And Florida B, I believe, is up 2-0. Gators in control early in the second quarter. 2-0. Won the first, won the second, if our eyes are seeing correctly. It's the only tournament on the CWPA network we plan on bringing you this weekend. It's from long range, hurling the pearl out of play. Had some sizzle, but was really errant. Minute into the second quarter, Florida B in command in the white caps, going left to right. Pardon our camera having some difficulties. Sometimes it wants to play defense on us. On top of the key, on the Emory end, 15 on the shot clock. For the whole set, 1 against 2. Foul is on Florida B, so the Emory Eagles will seize control. When Emory beat Florida A in 2017 in Division semifinals, it was here at Woodruff. That ball's going the other way. It is a turnover. Now, Florida B looking to possibly dribble, if not just pass. Going left to right in white. Ordinary foul. Giving an egg beater motion, advances ahead. Inside the 5. Another ordinary foul. Florida B will keep it. The cross. The one-timer is in there. And Florida B is starting to get in the groove, perhaps. It's 3-0. Gators in white. 1 the first, 2 in the second. Substitutions can be made, and this is if the score is correct. We are sorry for any scoring inaccuracies, as scores can change. But it is believed to be 3-0. Under about 4 minutes or so to go here in the first half. Emory going right to left in dart. Started the season 0-3, has won each of its last 2 games. Emory has. Emory will dump it off. The lob is off the piping. Fresh 35 here for Florida. After this game at 3:45 p.m. Eastern, Central Florida A takes on Florida A. So Central Florida gets a crack at the Gators, which I believe have won 17 division games in a row. Emory is the last team to beat Florida A in division play. That was in 2017. Dumps it off ahead. Another ordinary foul. Will launch it off the left pipe. Shot clock resets. Gators get it. Shot clock, of course, not down to 0 yet. It looks like Emory is going to come up with it. A loose change dangling. Goes to the Eagles. Could be open water here for Emory. Will spin. Launch. Denied. A deflection denial for Florida B. And I believe Emory is still off the board here at its home digs. 3 minutes or so to go in the first half. Florida B 3, Emory in dark, nothing yet. On the near side is Florida B trying to get inside the Emory 5. There's the cross for Florida. Will hurl it to the left side and through. Woo woo. Goal for Cat 9 in white. And I believe it's now Florida B 4 and Emory in dark without an answer still. No, it's 4-0. It's going to be an exclusion on Florida, so 6-on-5 here for the Eagles. This will be a good time to get on the board. And no hurry. They hurry up. And I don't know if that counted though. I think it did. And Emory on the board. They were in a hurry. They were ready to roll. And Emory is on the board. 4-1 Gators. First power play goal of the game for the Eagles. I'd say that was a must-score situation. And Emory wasted no time. And right now, great sequence of events. The shutdown sequence with both hands. Emory has a chance to go on a multiple goal run toward the end of the half. Emory gave up the first 4 goals, according to our eyes. No whistle. Advance it close to the Florida 5. However, it will be possession Gators. Gators of Gainesville, Florida. Emory, the host of Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, the host of Super Bowl 53. Atlanta also a 2018 Major League Soccer champion in only its second year of existence. Atlanta FC United. Atlanta United. Emory gets the rock, going right to left and dark. To the near side. The Eagles trying to approach the Florida B end. Florida B 4-1, Emory 2-3. Deflected out of play. 2-meter corner shot coming here for the Eagles. Well, here comes the 2-meter. It is made. Florida read that beautifully and picks it off. Possession now for the Gators toward the end of the first half. That is from long distance range right now. Florida could think about it here. Instead, takes the pass. Lobs it for the whole set. No call. Emory ball. Fine defense for the Eagles. Keep themselves within, I believe, 3. 26 on the shot clock. In the final few minutes of quarter 2. From long distance. Call dropped. And that will do it here in half number 1. 14 minutes in the books. After 2 quarters, it's Florida B in white 4. The host Emory Eagles in dark 1. Second half is coming up on the CWPA network. Third quarter coming up here from Woodruff PE Center in Atlanta, Georgia. It is Florida B in white 4, Emory, the hosts, in dark 1. Third quarter now underway on the sprint. Florida in white, right to left. Emory in dark, left to right. Emory none the first, 1 the second. Florida B 1 the first, 3 in the second. Emory had 2 5-meter shots. And a couple 5-meter shots. Couldn't go their way though. Emory with the ball, looking to get within a couple. Ordinary foul on Florida on its own end. Another ordinary. Will take the shot to the left side and deposits. No deposit friction here. It's 4-2 on a goal by Cat 6 in dark. Emory on a 2-0 run. Good start in the second half for the host Eagles. 2-0 run for Emory. First minute of quarter 3. Possession now for Florida B. Which has scored double figures only twice this season. Both 22-2 and 18-1 against Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech coming off of an 8-4 exhibition win over UCFB in our game before this one. Now it is Emory going left to right. Now approaching the left side, and that is a little short, right to the Florida B keeper. Now the strong side will become the Emory end. Minute into the quarter. Florida B in white, only up by a pair, led by as many as 4. And it looks like it will be an exclusion here on Emory. We'll see. Doesn't appear it was an exclusion. And a good stop there for the Eagles. Emory looking to get within 1. It was a dangerous pass, fortunately caught. 1 against 2. That's going the other way. Next weekend we plan on having more action on the CWPA network. Our 4th week of Club Water Polo this spring. 3rd week in a row we are bringing you club tournament action in the circuit. Oh, good transition here for Emory. Watch out! Oh, it's off the post. Second effort can't be finished. That was unfinished business for the Eagles. 2 minutes plus into the 3rd quarter. Emory has made its presence known in the beginning of this second half. And wow, right in midair, that is picked off by Emory. Emory been much more aggressive here in the second half so far. Heading to our part of the screen, the lower corner. Now for the top of the key. Outside of the 5-meter area in the UF end. Leg beater motion. Dangerous lob pass. Time not of the essence here. Gotta dump it off. Oh, good follow. Launches out of play. Over the end line will result in a goal throw for Florida. And I think a timeout. Hey, about 3 minutes or so to go in the 3rd quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Florida B in white 4. Emory, the host, in dark 2. We'll step aside for this timeout. Yeah, the timeout. It is Florida B Gators in white, leading 4-2 over Emory. Florida B with 1 the first, 3 in the second. Emory, none the first, one the second, one in the third. A couple hours ago, Michigan State defeated Grand Valley State 12-11. Boston College got a 15-2 win over Northeastern in New England action. Purdue defeated Carnegie Mellon at the Irish Invite 6-3 in Notre Dame. Now Florida with the ball. Now the timeout. Up 4-2. If my eyes are correct. Sorry if we missed anything. Well, Florida now looking to get the lead back up to 3, but cannot this time. 3 minutes and change to go in the quarter. Emory, a candidate to go within 1. Florida B defeated Emory 8-6 last month. Earlier this month, that is. A couple weeks ago, February 2nd. Emory trying to get revenge. And even the season series at 1 win apiece. And that will be stolen away there. Taken care of, actually, by Florida B. The Gators going right to left and white. Ordinary foul against Emory. Emory has never won this division. Was in the title game 2 years ago, but lost by 9 to the Central Florida A Knights. Florida A had a down year that year. 2 regular season losses to UCFA. And lost to Emory 8-7, Florida A. It's the first time in the modern era, I would say 2008 on, that Florida A lost to Emory, if I'm not mistaken. Fine pass there. Got to be wary of the shot clock. Moving ahead with the right arm. Oh, took a fake there with the pass. Probably should have taken it to the rack instead. Instead, it will be possession Florida. Still anyone's game. We had some lopsided games today. We've also had some close ones. Emory had a 5-4 win over Central Florida to begin the day. Turnover. We've been an offensive foul on the Gators. So Emory and Dark going left to right, looking to get within a goal. Trailed 1-0 after 1, 4-1 after the half. Plenty of time for Emory to get back in it. Here's the feed for the hole. No whistle, good steal. And pass back to the keeper for Florida B. Florida B a couple years ago struggled to get victories. This year, a vast improvement. Good fan bases here in the background at Woodruff in Atlanta. It's club water polo, so you are not on scholarship for club. It's nice to come out and support your respective clubs. Emory is on the UFB end. Another wet pass on the perimeter. Will try to dump it off, deflected off the hand, and wow, I think the keeper for Florida B has to be fortunate it deflected off the pipes. That could have gone places she didn't want it to. So be fortunate that it did not hit the nylon in the back. Time running out here in quarter 3. 4-2 Gators. Shot is out of play. Let's see if Emory can get something here. Short outlet. Ordinary foul. Emory now will advance it left to right. Launch. Block down. Florida B with the hurl, but then won't be in time. We got a very defensive battle going here in Atlanta, Georgia. Through 3 quarters, the Florida B Gators in white 4, the Emory Eagles in dark 2. It was just a 1-0 scoring one for Emory. It's still anyone's game heading into our final regulation period. After this game, stay tuned. We got Central Florida versus Florida A. That's around 3:45 p.m. Eastern, if the circumstances permit. If the game happens to be tied when the 4th quarter ends, we would have 2 3-minute overtime periods. If we are still tied, we would have sudden death. Emory had a 1-goal win earlier today against Central Florida. Florida B defeated Georgia Tech 18-1. Florida A defeated Florida State in the 3rd game of the day 13-4. I think Florida A has lost to Florida State just once, and that was during a division championship tournament semifinal game. But once everyone gets back in the pool, it will be Florida B in white going right to left, Emory the host in dark, left to right. It's just great to be here for water polo action. You know, football season's been done for a couple weeks, and now the focus is on water polo. And these ladies have worked hard to get into the pool, and we have ourselves a good one here. Emory looking to make it 3 division wins in a row on the season. Florida B trying to go 5-1. Technically 5-2, but had a 10-3 exhibition loss against Florida Atlantic on February 2nd. Looks like the ball will belong to the Gators, so Florida B in white, going right to left. We'll cross it inside the Emory end, and Emory pounces it away and wants to take off here, trying to find a long outlet. Far at the top of the key. And there will be a foul on Emory. That was not good positioning for the Eagles, and had that one clearly taken away. In our 1st minute of our final regulation period, Emory needs to continue keeping Florida off the board. Florida B had won the first, 3 in the second, but none since. Emory won the second and won the third, but none the first. It's going to be an exclusion on Emory. Florida finally has a power play opportunity. So 6 on 5 for 20 seconds. Takes a wet pass. Big beater motion. Thinking about it. Launches! Out of play. And it will be another critical possession for the Eagles of Emory in dark. Now 5 minutes to go. Down a pair. Emory on the ball. We're sorry we do not have rosters available with the correct corresponding caps. Now trying to go inside the Florida end. Unlucky and unfortunate that time. Turnover, possession, Florida B. When the score is 4-2 with about 5 minutes to go, I know the defense has been tight. Florida B looking for another score to start thinking about putting away. Still got to be aggressive. Emory has been really aggressive in the second half. Only getting 1 goal to show for it. But Florida B has none this half. Well, look at that transition here. There's a swarm of Gators. One against almost everyone on the opposition. That might have been a good play for Emory, trying to draw something really interesting. Shot fired. Denied. Good one-arm save there. Every possession, though, critical with over 4 minutes to go. Ordinary foul. Emory, none the first, 1 the second, 1 the third, none the fourth. UFB, 1, 3, 0, and 0. Take perimeter passing now. It's going to be an exclusion on Florida, so a prime opportunity for the Eagles. They did score quickly on its last power play opportunity. Basically, didn't even think about it, just shot it and scored. I think that was how they got the first goal of the game. Of their score sheet. That's to the left side. Just a smidge to the left will be Florida possession. Right now, Florida B, believe it or not, would be in the number 2 position in the Southeast Division. That's to the right side, and fortunate denial for Emory with about 3 minutes to go in regulation. Still 4-2. Emory has been playing some low-scoring, close games so far today. That is near the end line. Not sure that was the intention. Now for the hole. And it will be an exclusion on Florida. Another 6-on-5 here for Emory. It's exactly what you need to do when you're down. Get these opportunities. And we'll launch it. Whoa, look at that denial. That was necessary. Otherwise, that could have been to the left corner of the cage. Now 2:40 to go in regulation. Emory still has time, but needs to get a stop and score in the next possession. Emory's 2-game win streak will be history otherwise. Florida B looking to pick up its 3rd straight win in division play. Well, that's a defensive lapse. And takes advantage. That's Florida B's first goal since the 2nd quarter. Gators really needed it. Because at the rate this game was going, it did not appear the Gators could hold it. And the Gator even lost her cap in the process. She was that excited. But that was a much needed boost for the Gators. Each team with just a goal apiece this second half. It's been defensive. Emory today has allowed a total of 9 goals. Florida B just 3. This is the 8th quarter of the day for Florida B. Final game. Not the final games of the day, perhaps, for these teams. We have 2 games on the CWPA network after this one. I believe there will be action after that. But the next 2 games, if the circumstances permit, will be the final 2 we show here on CWPATV.com. Florida B gets the ball with about a minute and a half left. And Florida B now playing prevent defense, it seems. Don't want to get cocky here. Actually, it looked like a prevent offense. But Florida B seems to have this one wrapped. But still, a very great game for Emory. It's not going to come away the result we wanted necessarily. But Emory has to feel confident that it can hang in with the best. Florida B defeated Emory 8-6 the first time. To hold the Gators just to 5 right now is an accomplishment. But getting only 2 goals That means Florida B has buckled up as well. Got another whistle. And this game is about to go final momentarily. Florida B went 4-1 at halftime. Scored the first 4 of this one. And literally had to hang on. Both of these teams had better halves. Emory's been playing really well this half. However, Florida has been playing well as well. Now Emory looking to crack the board again, and the Eagles will get the finish. Within 2 is Emory, a goal by Cap 6. Might be too little too late though. 5-3, team in the Whitecaps. Got ourselves a timeout. It's like Tim Larson's going to talk to Florida B. In the meantime, the CWPA Network has more streams in store for the 2019 Women's Club season. Keep checking collegiatewaterpolo.org and visit our tentative schedule for the current season under the Multimedia and Remote Streaming tab. All regular season remote broadcasts are now free of charge, courtesy of Cat 7 and the CWPA. I'm Scott Weiss, glad you are joining us. As all regular season remote broadcasts are now free of charge, courtesy of Cap 7 and the CWPA on CWPATV.com. Not much time left here at Woodruff PE Center after the Emory score, believed to be now 5-3. And we're sorry for any scoring inaccuracies, as this is a remote stream. Stephanie Villalobos, the head official, will launch it back in. Emory is going to obviously want to attack. Shot clock is counting down. This is exactly what Tim Larson wanted his Gators to do. And now Florida is on its own 5-meter end. Probably going to take a shot clock violation here, or wait to get a launch. Now that's a good start there. That's a shot clock violation. Not only that, that's the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Florida B hangs on to defeat the Emory Eagles by a score of 5-3. Florida B had just 1 goal in the second half, but that was enough, as the Gators improved to 5-1 on the division season, while Emory dropped to 2-4. Thank you for tuning in to the CWPA Network's free remote broadcast, courtesy of Cap 7 and the Collegiate Water Polo Association. The next game up is scheduled for 3:45 p.m. Eastern between Central Florida Knights and the Florida A Gators. Stay tuned and check out collegiatewaterpolo.org, now mobile friendly, to stay up to date on league news, schedules, and new initiatives as we continue to grow the sport of water polo. Coming up on the CWPA Network, more Southeast Division action, but it will feature UCF and number 5 Florida A. Stay tuned.